feel like I cute. Feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. I feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. Yeah. I feel like I cute. Bitch, I'm smoking gas, I feel like I cute. Yeah. I feel like I cute. I'm sipping that red solo like I cute. Yeah. I got all these bitches.
Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics, such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal. In addition to the violence, the indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims. And the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical appearance. Because of all of this, the indictment alleges that the victims did not believe they could refuse Combs without risking their security or facing more abuse. The indictment also alleges other acts of violence undertaken by Combs and others, including violence against witnesses to his abuse, kidnapping, and arson. The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses. Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff. The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including drugs, baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. When the hotel rooms got damaged, they helped clean it up. They arranged for victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial sex workers. The indictment also alleges that they helped Combs cover up his crimes. During the March 2016 incident at the LA hotel that I mentioned earlier, a member of the hotel security staff intervened, and Combs attempted to bribe the staff member with a stack of cash to make sure that what happened was kept quiet. And as the indictment alleges, in late 2023, after public allegations were made about Combs' crimes, he and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims and giving them a false narrative of what they had experienced. And as alleged, Combs used others to help conceal his abuse by monitoring and preventing victims from leaving a location in order to hide their injuries, or by locating and contacting a victim who had attempted to flee. As part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether. Here are some of the items that we recovered during the searches. As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity, and it contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well we recovered 3 AR-15s. This is a close-up shot of one of the AR-15s, and you can see right here the serial number has been thoroughly defaced. Another picture of more ammunition and parts of 2 AR-15s right there.
So, it finally happened, bro. Yep, it finally happened, bro. As you just seen, the FBI has officially hit Diddy with the RICO and arrested him for all those things, from sex trafficking to the abuse, to the drugs, to the bribery, to all that stuff, bro. And you know what's crazy? That nigga Diddy had some AR-15s, some hot AR-15, like those was murder weapons, nigga. That nigga, he was scrapped. That nigga had some AR-15s. He was ready to go to war, no cap. He probably been paranoid as shit for real, ever since they came and raided his shit. I'm surprised he didn't run though. You know, knowing what's the possibilities and knowing what angle that, you know, Cassie and just all these different people is trying to take. You feel me? Now, I know some of y'all gonna say, oh, it's because he went against the Illuminati, or because he went against some kind of black hand organization. And you could be right. You know, he had got into it with the people, I believe it was the Deleon people, the people that was helping, manufacturing it or something. He wanted I guess he wanted the bigger cut or something, I can't remember, but after that, and he like publicly shamed them, all this happened, bro. Wow. R. Kelly got the RICO. Bill Cosby didn't get the RICO, right? Bill Cosby had just got charged with some crimes, I think. But now Diddy hit with the RICO for sex trafficking, bro. It's crazy because I was just talking to the homie and I was like, nigga, I seen his whole rise and his whole fall. I didn't see Bill Cosby rise and whole fall, you know what I'm saying? But I seen Diddy from when he was coming up to now potentially falling down, man. It's just crazy, bro. They really did it. But you just have to wait and see. I know they said they didn't give him no bail. You know what I'm saying? I know they trying to appeal the bail decision, which was no bail. They even said, we'll give y'all $50 million. Put me on $50 million bail, and I surrender all my kids' passports and my passports. But yeah, they denied it. They said he got to sit in the jail to his trial. I mean, that's how them people play, man. But yeah, man, it's official, man. Diddy been locked up. Got hit with the RICO. Another one bites the dust, man. Y'all let me know what you think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. I'm gone. Yeah.